Dead and Hip Hop Conversations. The whole crew's not here. Beezy 430's not here today. You know how to handle some business. But we are talking about Young Thug. But before we get into the Young Thug thing, look, On Deck TV podcast, man, coming to Dead and Hip Hop. They definitely going to be sharing some content over here. Y'all, for the most part, love the conversations or love the debate with AB and his takes. Spike Lee is everywhere else on Dead End Media, so it's only right that we bring On Deck TV podcast to Dead End Hip Hop, so stay tuned for all of their content. That being said, Young Thug conversation, man, he just dropped a project on September 26, 2025. Obviously he holds the record for the longest court thing, you know what I'm saying? The longest trial in Georgia state history. Young Thug comes not without controversy, you know, over the last it's been like 3 to 5 years now.
I don't even know. I lost count.
Yeah, but it's been a minute. It's been a very long time where Young Thug's name has been in the news. His face has been in the news. He talked about that on the project. I just think it's time to have a conversation. I think there's so many things.
Not an album review?
Not an album review. Not an album. No. We'll talk about the music. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's the name of the album?
UY SCUTI.
hey, I'm an unk now, bro. I'm removed from the streets. I don't know how to say it either.
So you saying a conversation about just the recent stuff or just about Young
Thug, centered around the music, the controversy, the breakup with Mariah the Scientist, obviously the split with a lot of artists. Like, you know, he just recently came out and said, you know, he doesn't plan to have a conversation with Gunna at all. You know, he addressed the breakup with Mariah the Scientist a little bit in the music. Obviously the album cover is very controversial. The first song, Ninja, where he uses the hard ER.
Hard ER, bro. That's what they're saying.
It's very controversial. And then I don't know if you all saw, like, YSL Woody, like, a couple of weeks ago was just, like, basically telling Young Thug, if you feel froggy, go ahead and jump. Like, it's just, there's a lot of...
It's a lot of rap beats going on right now.
Bruh. But we only focus on Young Thug right now.
I feel like Young Thug was, like, really feared at one point. Like, people was like, oh, man, he'll do that to you, he'll do this to you, whatever. But now it's like everybody talking about him. Like it's almost like if everybody was to all of a sudden talk about Gucci Mane.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Thug, because they said that he was like for real.
I think the main difference between Thug and Gucci is that, and you know, I'm not in the streets and this is speculation. Like you know, this is alleged. However, I feel like Gucci put in a lot of his own work where Thug was the mastermind of a lot of it, you know, where he had dudes like YSL Woody doing his dirty work for him. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
See, I was careful with how I was saying, kid. I was just like,
I know. He would,
you know, he did
better all the Feefo, bro.
It's recorded. It's recorded. They can go back and watch the whole trial.
They gonna pull up Dead Hip Hop reviews, bro. They gonna pull up Dead Hip Hop reviews. Feefo said,
right. you know they be using streamers videos and all kind of stuff in court cases, bro.
But I do think that's the main difference, and I think that this trial and all of the audio leaks, it's kind of like, even if Thug was, and shit, there's even video Sauce Walker talking about, you know, Thug ain't gangster like that, but you know, again,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I do agree that his past rep was definitely out there. Do you guys feel though that it's been somewhat neutered because of the court?
Yes, I think the audio leaks. I think all the trial.
He can't do shit because of the trial and being on probation.
Exactly. So if you're going to throw darts, now is the time, and we're seeing that. How he would want to respond, he really can't. He's under the microscope now, you know, and I think he's just so hot and controversial. I think it's smart for him not to. I think it's smart for him to address the things that he wants to address in the music the way he did on the album. I think it's smart for him to lay low to a degree at this point. You know, I don't think he needs to have no more phone conversations with anybody because that shit coming back to bite him in the ass just overall. But I do think that everything is allowing his status as the guy to not be the guy no more. and being a punching bag at this point.
I didn't know he had an album coming, and I don't
think nobody did.
Yeah, so it shocked me, and I didn't know who that was on the album cover. I didn't know. I was like, yo, what in the world's going on with this?
Did you see what he said, why he did it?
Why he said Michael Jackson stuff?
Yeah,
bro,
he said it was kind of more like a joke, but he just kind of ran with it. Like Michael Jackson turned white for this, so then.
Yeah, but what is he turning white for? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
I just read the little excerpt of what he said, why he said that he did it. So that's all I know.
I saw, y'all saw the other meme or whatever. I don't know if it's a meme or if he did it, but he made 21 Savage white and some other people white. You seen that shit?
Yeah, so I didn't know. So that came from him?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's just a meme that somebody created or if he.
Yeah,
because it said all my friends. Or something
yeah. So I didn't see it in that context, but I saw it online where there was a whole bunch of different artists like that, like in that shit. I don't even know what to call that, like whiteface, like what, like Vitago,
I don't know. I don't know if it definitely must have been done in Photoshop. But either way, I don't know exactly what it is or what he's doing or why. That's insane.
So it's little baby.
Oh yeah, little baby.
Sexy Red, girl, Sexy Red on there. 21 Savage. What's the nigga from Migos? Quavo. I don't know who the center dude is. You got Travis Scott, YFN, Lucci.
Yeah, I saw the Travis Scott one.
Chance, and it look like Cardi. Look at 21 though. 21 look like he's supposed to be white.
You see that look crazy, bro.
I see it.
21 look insane. Thug is in a really interesting spot. You know, the audio controversy that went down, the beef with him and Glorilla. Did you hear Glorilla?
I heard her diss track.
That shit was just a roast.
It was.
Man, bro.
It was just a roast.
And now you got this. And the thing about this is that we've had a couple of conversations about him, and one thing that we say when people get in controversy, especially when you're an artist, is you can dig your way out of it if you put out music that resonates and is dope. It doesn't seem like he did that with this album, because I don't see people talking about it. Like On Deck just had a whole conversation about it and it's out now. They were saying it's the worst album of 2025.
So I don't feel like that. Okay, now they be hyperbolic now, because I will say this. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about the music, I definitely don't think it's the worst thing of 2025
Joe Budden said that too, didn't he? I saw a headline saying Joe Budden said it.
Joe Budden said that too?
Somebody being trash. I don't know if he said worst of the year.
Got you.
I know he said it wasn't great.
Yeah. I don't think the music itself was great, but I agree with your statement, Ken, that, you know, when you are an artist and you find yourself in controversial times, the best way is to resonate with the people and give them what they want. I think that Thug, just going by his history, right? Like, I think he's a volume commercial guy, right? Like he's always been featured. He's always put out a lot of music. I think that this is a good first step into getting back in people's good graces. And the reason why I say that is I don't think the album is trash. I think the beats were amazing. I think this was a lot of stuff that he just wanted to get off his chest. So now that we got that, I think what to your point, what brings him back to prominence or to acceptance is giving the people the hits. That's what we know Young Thug for, right? Like getting on the, you know, super popular stuff, featuring with other people. That's what he needs to get to now. This is stuff off your chest. I bet you got that. Get that out the way. You got it out the way. Now it's like, okay, now what do you do from here? Because do y'all think the album was trash? I don't think it was trash, but I definitely love the production way more than Thug on here.
I'm not a frequent Young Thug listener. I listen to the tracks that come out that I hear in passing. I may have listened to part of one or two albums. He's just never been a draw for me. I don't think you were here. I was talking to I think Spike was here. Wait, maybe it was you. I was saying it was you. I said I didn't think the Miss My Dogs thing was that bad as far as his. I like hearing his actual voice, not that high pitched voice.
The auto tune, because
it sounds like street and gruffy, and I like that about his voice. And I like the rawness of it or whatever. Like it's not polished or anything. I like when he sounds like that. You know, some of the stuff he says is kind of real, you know, kind of elementary or whatever. But his voice and the way he gets it out is what is what I like or whatever. So he did that a little bit on the album, and anytime he did that, I was just like, all right, cool, I like that. And like I said, the beats aren't horrible. It's just some of those tracks are just kind of flat. It's just really flat. And what I was gonna say about the fans or whatever, because I'm not a Young Thug fan, do y'all think it's because of everything that's happening as to why they think it's like, oh, this is his worst
100%.
project? You see what I'm saying? 100%. And not really judging the music for what it is.
Yeah, and I feel like I have a very objective take, because I'm like you. Like, I'm not a Young Thug fan. I don't check out for Young Thug. I listen to what's popular, or sometimes, you know, on D365, you know, we may review a project or something like that. But I don't consider myself a Young Thug fan. But again, I feel like it's very fair for where he is currently in life and what's happening to him to address those situations. And that's what he did. Now, here's the thing, right? Like 21 songs, an hour 18, bro, I don't like with these commercial artists, it is what it is. Like, that's their formula. That's too much Young Thug music for me, regardless of wherever he is in life. Like, that's just too much. However, like that beat, even though I didn't like, you know, him using the hard ER like that, but that Ninja beat was...
What's the problem with the hard ER? I don't understand.
So that was definitely a controversy, and
he black. He can say nigger. It don't really matter. Like,
it was so weird. So,
but it's weird though. So, and then he has he's white on the cover.
But we know he's not white.
But I'm just saying. But it's like, okay, what are you trying to convey here?
It doesn't matter. He's the blackest of the blackest niggas you can find in the street.
No, man. Like, you have
so black they had his ass on RICO charges.
Right? Like, what are we talking? Like he's not white. It don't matter if he put himself in whiteface or whatever the case is. Like, he's black. I don't understand. I don't get it.
You know the interesting part about that? I thought that was the name of the song, because that's what I thought. I saw people saying that.
Even if it was,
they were like hard ER. I think in a couple of chats and stuff, he hard. I was like, okay,
you think he's racist or something? Like, what are we saying?
Okay, so like in the lyrics, like where he says that, it's kind of like he's coming from the perspective of a white person saying that. You know, so it's, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
It's not that weird to me.
But how many?
It is odd.
How many rappers have you heard say the hard ER in rap?
I think Cardi has before. I believe she has.
Cardi B?
Yeah.
When?
I feel like she has. Like,
she probably just said it a couple of days. The last 3 days.
I feel like other people has.
The hard okay, like not in.
It's irrelevant when a black person is saying it to me. Myke has said it on. Is the mic still on?
They joke about they use it in our chat, the college football chat.
True, but it's a sign of disrespect though. When you use,
they're kind of joking though. When they do it.
Jokingly disrespectful. Jokingly disrespectful.
I always think it as lighthearted, joking, just
lighthearted.
It's just making fun of it. Just like, oh, you're this because white people do it, and it's kind of funny. It's like tongue in cheek, right? I'm in the middle, and I think what makes it weird, Rod, is definitely the white face, because we don't understand what that is or why. And then I think that's the first track that you open with. And when I looked, I was like, oh, wait, is this the song? And I saw it was Ninja. At the same time, I also didn't understand the conversation around it, because he was also black. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't understand why people are so like freaked out about it. I did think that it reminded me of when 21 Savage did it, but he didn't use the ER. Remember, it was on the Halloween album he did with Metro Boomin, where he said, I'm going to call my...
Beware something.
Yeah, I was calling my gun KKK because I hate niggas. You know, I thought that was funny, and that's when I was like, okay, I mess with 21 Savage.
But that's a funny way flip, right, to use that. The way that Thug used it here, he meant that shit. He was like, I'm gonna call. Weird.
He said, I'm gonna call. Well, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but it was just like, bro, he actually, it felt like he actually put on the white face and just started calling everybody nigger, bro. It was like he was Drewski for a minute.
Bro, hey, that Drewski. Hey, you know what? Him and Drewski need to make a skit together.
And he wouldn't let it go. It's just like the rest of the song was just calling people niggers.
Is that why he did it? Because Drewski did it. Nobody had a problem with it.
Drewski used the ER?
No,
the white face.
He actually went out in public in white face.
True. and that was hilarious.
Right.
And again, I agree with you, Rod, where, you know, a black person could say it however they want to say it. 100%. But I'm also with Ken, like, it's weird.
I don't understand how it's weird.
It's weird, bro. It's weird.
He's black. I don't understand.
I know, but
it's kind of just
he used it as a white person.
That's what I'm saying. The context of it.
It's weird.
Even if he used it as a white person, like, you could put a skit on your album acting like a white person and say
but it's not though. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like for me, that's the nuance there.
Let me see.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you make it as a skit and you're like in whiteface talking to your ops that way, because everything that he was talking about was in regards to Gunna and everybody else that he felt betrayed by. You know, like he's talking shit. So I'm like, okay, that I'm okay with that. But then you use the Hardy art in the music.
It's,
like if it was a skit,
Rod,
it was
like
okay.
Hey, Rod, it sounded like he wanted to put on some white sheets and a hood and go get them.
But we know we didn't though.
But he wants to.
But
it sounded like
and that's what makes it weird, Rod.
Dog, y'all, no, y'all.
He wanted to go
I'm about to
with
KKK my ops. Like, no, that's weird. He's like the white black. What was the Dave Chappelle fucking skit? The white black racist. Right. The white black supremacy. That's look again in a skit in comedy where there's a little bit more context where you can see it. Okay, in a skit in music, I'm okay with that too.
Bro.
In rapping,
bro, them white folks gonna be rapping the hell out of that song, bro. They gonna be going. I'm telling you, Rod. They already say nigga. When they get to this song, bro, this is a license to carry, bro.
They can't wait.
I got the ER I got my ER card in the back pocket, sir.
Yeah,
I can say it when I want.
It was definitely very shocking because I didn't expect it to happen. And then it kept going on and on. Yep. After a while, I started to get a little offended. I'm like, God damn,
it's weird, Rod. At minimum, it's weird, bro.
But he's also trying to be funny.
Right.
He's trying to be controversial. I think he thought it would land. I think just because of, as we were discussing a few minutes ago, because of all of the things that have happened, it's just one thing. It's like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, what is going on? I think if Young Thug would have done that before the RICO, before the audio leaks and stuff, he probably could have got away with it. I think it would have been looked at differently. 100%.
Yes.
But the Whoop-De-Doo joint, I didn't know that was an actual song.
So obviously somebody in this team must have said, hey, bro, like what you said in that interview on that podcast, we gotta milk it for all it's worth.
So it wasn't, well, we wouldn't know, but because when I was like, oh, that was an actual song, I thought he said it in an interview and that was it.
Yeah. So okay. So I guess from the public perspective, Ken, like the timeline is, I saw the podcast first. I saw that clip, and then then the music came. So I don't know
which was first.
Yeah, which was first. I don't know which one was first.
But if he actually used it in the interview and to set up the song, that's actually pretty clever.
Fuck, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
And then the beat switch on
the song's not that bad.
This nigga, he wilding out here, boy.
I actually don't think the album is that bad. I've listened to a lot of Young Thug music.
Me neither.
So when I'm hearing people say this is trash, worst stuff, and I'm like, well, how much Young Thug have you guys listened to? I didn't think it was as bad as people are making it out to be. I thought I was gonna hear absolute. Now there are some bad songs on here,
hold on.
That's Young.
Real quick. So when that first song came, then it kind of set the expectation like, okay, this is gonna be the worst. Because I'm not gonna front, Ken. After that first song, like when the beat came, I was like, okay, wait, hold on. How you saying that this is his worst shit? But then when it got to the hard ER at the end, I'm like, whoa, hold on. Like,
yeah, but if you take that away, is it a bad song?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's the thing that probably turned people off from the song. But I think even some of the features on here are good. Now, Mariah Santos, I don't know what's going on with her. 21, I thought was good on here.
21 was good.
Future, I thought Money on Money.
Yes, Money on Money was hard as hell.
It was nice.
Cardi was good on here.
Cardi, bro. Cardi, hey.
Cardi bag.
I don't know if this is coming out before the Cardi review, but Cardi review coming.
Cardi, I was like, because I'm like, is that Cardi? Cardi was rapping, bro. Cardi was rapping, bro.
Yeah,
but it could have been the other Cardi. There's a couple of Cardis out here. But
so when I was listening to this cat, like I wasn't paying attention You know, like I was listening to the music, but I wasn't looking at, you know, my phone to see like the artist. So when I heard T.I., I said, whoa, we got T.I. out of retirement? Like,
yeah, I don't know if he already had these songs or he just called people up to. So I don't know the story behind the album.
What do you mean if he already had the song?
And so the reason why I'm bringing that up is because of everything that's been going on. And, you know, if they were like, hey, man, you still my guy, I'm going to still rock with you. And I got you on the verse.
So I'm glad that you went there, because I felt after listening to this, Ken, and all of the artists that he featured on here, I felt like this was a clear divide of people that fuck with Thug and Drake versus people that fuck with K-Dot and everybody else. Because you look at, especially like what 21 Savage said, he said, I ain't shooting no blanks, I ain't ASAP Rocky. We know that obviously ASAP was on the Future side of stuff, and even though, you know, and Future's kind of made amends, Future's kind of neutral at the moment, even though he was the fire starter to the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? But you listen to what 21 said, you listen to you look at Travis, you just look at the people that he has featured, it felt like it's a clear line in the sand, especially after hearing what he thought about K-Dot not putting people on. So you look at everybody that he's worked with on this particular project, it's like,
you know, I think this is a good litmus test for Thug. You know, I think to kind of see where people are with him, with the music. I think there were some missteps, but I think it's unfortunate because this feels very much like a typical Young Thug album from what I remember.
Because to me, the production on here, like not the whole thing, but like the first one, Money on Money, and some other ones, it reminded me, like what was the one that had with 21 Walk Down? It threw me back to old Atlanta, Ken. It threw me back to like Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101. It threw me back to trap music, T.I. Like it threw me back to that era of Atlanta. Like it didn't feel like, because Young Thug is very sing-songy, Ken, and he was rarely that here.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of that here. I think where I was going was that he definitely was going to have a lot of ears on him.
One,
because it's and you put out this album that for a lot of people is a miss. And if they're not familiar with him, then they're going to go in expecting to hear I don't know what and walk away with like, yo, that's trash. I don't ever want to hear a Young Thug album again. It's interesting to see the response and like, is this on a road to recovery or is this like, is it over? And I don't know, but it seems like it was not well received. People didn't like the Hard ER thing. They didn't like the album cover with the white face. And then there are a lot of songs in here that are bad, that people don't like. So what next? And I don't know. You okay with Thug calling you nigga? He's still calling you nigga over there?
I mean, man, I don't know. I didn't get it. I just really didn't get it.
It's weird,
I mean, I feel like if a Billy Woods or anybody else, like just any type of rap just did it that's black, I don't think we would have a problem, because we would know that they're doing it for a reason, and it's a reason behind it. He's obviously saying it for a reason, not as like I'm a racist or like I don't get it. Like it really just not computing for me.
How you feel about the music though? Like
I said it, yeah. The music was fine. I feel like I'm not a Young Thug fan. I told you like how I feel about when he raps in his regular voice, and like I don't like the I don't like that flow. Like that's just kind of whack to me.
Yeah,
I just like when he just kind of rap like real, just kind of raw and it just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I like when he raps like that in his regular voice. And like I said, the beats were fine, the features were fine. Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad Young Thug project, but again, I'm not a Young Thug fan.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
You're not his target demo.
I'm not his target demo. I could put myself in that space. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the Young Dolphs and stuff of the world.
So, way different though.
Is it way different?
Don't throw Dolph in there, bro. Don't throw
Dolph
in there, bro.
It's
How different is it?
Way different.
Is it different than Gucci?
Dolph and Gucci belong in the same bucket.
So
in my opinion,
Young Thug doesn't belong in their bucket.
Nah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, nah.
What bucket is Young Thug in?
Like the Gunna, the Cardi.
Sing-song and melodic
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
rap thing that he's doing. Yeah.
Dolph
I be thinking thug shit. I be thinking like hood shit. I just kind of ball it all up in the same thing.
I feel you. Like if we're talking hood, yes, you could put them in the same box. But like if we're talking stylistically, no.
The name and the music at times don't match. Yeah, don't match. It is very interesting because you think you would go in and hear like some murder, kill stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, because I like Dolph. You know what I'm saying? I've said that before on record.
Dolph is dope.
Yeah, Dolph.
You know, I like old Jeezy and some of new Jeezy, but yeah, I don't know. I just
need
never
to get on
been
that Key Glock, bro.
Yeah, I like Key Glock too.
Okay.
I've listened to him.
So I think it's interesting your take on this album being relatively neutral on with Thug music, and you're like, okay, well, it's not that
Sound
bad.
like Young Thug to me.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about how you're thinking about it after listening to it compared to other people that have listened to it that also are in a similar bucket as you, and I'm wondering if they're being more harsh on the album because of what has been happening with him. His reputation is damaged, you know, and
It is.
and you know the whoop-de-doo thing was funny, and I think people were like, and you know what, and I'm gonna give him some credit because I think he came out and apologized, right, for some of the things that he did, right?
Yeah, I think I saw a headline like that.
Yeah. So he tried. Yeah. He did. Yeah, and I think that was part of like this whole interview run that he did the whole interview thing. And he was trying to explain his side of things. So it was a different approach. It was a mature approach from him, where he decided to kind of like, you know, at least clean things up. And you know, maybe that was in an attempt to prepare people for the music. But I think it was smart to go ahead and put the album out. And now he knows where things are with him. I think he was controversial enough to get people talking, and here we are. So where do we go from here with Thug? I don't know. And is it over for Thug? Right now, I don't know that either. You know, I thought at one point it was a wrap. And it still might be over for Young Thug. Because at the end of the day, what you think, what I think, what Feefo think, like, doesn't matter because a lot of people are not rocking with it, and that's his issue.
He should have gave all of this backlash stuff some time to rest. I think that way people would have went into this with a more open mind. He should have definitely put more promo behind it, more thought behind it. I think that would have helped him. I didn't understand why he dropped this when he had so many people at his neck. I did not understand why he did that. I mean, you got so many people making memes about you. Like, I get that your name is in the street right now or on the web right now, but not for good reason. Like, everything was like negative. I didn't see many people on Thugger's side. Like,
yeah, but I think that's the perfect time because the album is addressing it. Like, I think if the purpose of the album was to get hits and to get back to form, right? Because this is different than the typical Young Thug album.
But if you're gonna address it, you got to address it better than this. You got to give it a little bit more thought. You got to put a little bit more.
Ron makes a good point.
Thought behind it. Like, give it some time to breathe. Like what Drake is doing right now. I feel like he's giving it time to address everything. So I'm really curious to see what Drake does when he finally releases a project, because he's had a chance to like listen to the murmurs, look at what people's doing, Super Bowl, the Grammys. He has all of this stuff. He has all of this content that he could rap about now. I feel like Thug could have did the same thing. Just take all that stuff in and just make some, not super thought provoking, but you know what I mean, like something with a little bit more substance. Because this felt very, very like. What am I trying to say? Like surface level, what he was rapping about.
Okay, and that's why I said, like, I think if this is how he felt now and how he released it is the time, because first of all, people are already searching for you, right? Because all of the audio leaks, all of the controversy, everything, right? And what he's talking about is just how he personally felt, like how he felt betrayed. Hold on, and also, and also how, like, you know, he talked about cheating on Mariah the Scientist. He talked about all of those things, that he talked about his mom potentially getting sick, and like that's why he always gets her whatever she wants and stuff like that. These are just things that he's feeling in the moment. It's different with Drake because Drake was a direct attack that he provoked. So yeah, like that's you need time to let that, especially how K Dot dismantled you. This is,
but the fans dismantle, like every, not saying the fans didn't dismantle him too, but look at Miss My Dogs. That had horrible reception, right? I thought it was fine, but most people did not like the shit. They don't like why would you think they like your album if they don't even like that shit was supposed to have been heartfelt. So if they didn't feel that, why the hell you think they're gonna feel your album when you're talking about more heartfelt shit? You need a little bit more time to address the shit, and you need some more. You need a little bit more time for the dust to settle.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think that is a good point, to let shit kind of calm down, because people are. But
for Gunna, that he as soon as he got off, came right with an album, man, and 101, and we all said that we thought that was a good project.
But I think Gunna typically makes better projects from what I heard than Thug.
He's on a run right now.
He's on a run, and he has way less work than Thug does. And here's the thing: I before that project, I was never like, and I'm still not a Gunna fan, but I definitely like Gunna a lot more now. I like his music more than Thug, but I felt like he came out very soon, right after the controversy, talked about some of the controversy. The album was really good, and you know, it is what it is. With this, I don't think Young Thug fans like Young Thug for this type of content. And that's the reason why I think it's not well received by the masses. But it's received by hip hop heads like us to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's other hip hop heads. Joe Budden said that he didn't like it. You know, he thought it was trash as well. However, I do feel that for us, like you said, for everything you said, I don't like the auto-tune shit. I don't like the sing-songy shit. I don't like that. He stripped all of that away and was relatively honest on here. What do I always say about the shit I like about artists? He gave me a glimpse into the psyche of what he's going through.
Right.
I respect that.
I respect that too, but like I said, honest or not, I just felt like he needed a little bit more time to address it. Needed a little bit more time to address it, and a little bit more time for the dust to settle. Because it's not like Joey Badass. We felt like Joey Badass missed the mark. Right? He missed the mark because he was in a positive light, and he didn't drop when it was in a positive light. Young Thug was not in a positive light when he dropped this. Sure, people were talking, his name was out there, but it wasn't in a positive way. It would have had to been stellar for the people to be like, this is undeniably good. But it wasn't that.
Isn't it smart to come out right with this project for whatever reasons? It lowers the expectation, it lowers the bar, so that way when he does come out with that next project, I don't know if he's gonna hit the mark, but if he does, people ain't gonna remember this. They're not gonna talk about this.
So this is interesting because I don't think people are gonna listen. So I think they are. I'm leaning 60-75% with Rod. The other percent, I'm with you. And I say that because I do think he needed to give people time to kind of forget. At the same time, because of everything that's going on, he had more people listen to his music than ever. It just wasn't it wasn't likable to them. Some of the people that are talking about Young Thug, they probably wouldn't have listened to this album if it would have just been a regular, traditional, non-controversial rollout, as they probably skipped all of his other joints in the past. But because of everything that's going on, people want to go listen and hear what he has to say, and they just didn't like it. Which, because of everything that's going on, they're going into this album with expectations, whether they know it or not. Waiting a bit could have probably kind of lowered those expectations just a little bit. The question is, would people have listened? Now that people are listening, everybody that listen now, they ain't go like, all right, I love, the last one was trash. I'm not listening to this next album. They wouldn't care.
But see, and this is where I disagree, because if the next album has that certified hit that's gonna make the rounds on radio, everybody's talking about it because it's that good, then be like, well, maybe I will. And if he drops another joint off the same project, that's another hit, which Young Thug has done in the past, right? Like, I'm just going off of history. If he's on that type of run, he makes that type of project, this is gonna be forgotten. People are not even gonna mention this. They're going to forget about this. Now, they're not going to forget about the controversy. You know, we talking about Rico, this, that, whatever. The memes, the audio leaks. They're not going to forget about that, but they're going to forget about this project. But I think that if the next one has those certified bangers, they're not going to give a fuck, Ken. Whoop-de-doo. This how I can't even say whoop-de-doo, goddamn.
Whoop-de-doo.
But look, how do y'all feel in the comment section? Do y'all think that Young Thug should have took a little bit more time? Do y'all like this project? Do you not like this project? Do you feel weird about the hard ER? What about the white face? You know, is that the new?
That's crazy.
Is that the new thing in 2025? Like, you know,
Drake did it.
Okay.
No, he in reverse. Yeah.
Hey, look. Again, shout out to On Deck TV podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one. We out. Peace.
Peace.